There's a lot of things you never see, and you don't know you don't see them because you don't see them. You got to see something first to know you never saw it, then you see it and say, hey, I never saw that. Too late, you just saw it.
Yeah! Then I got sucked into a wormhole. Consequences?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
You know my favorite bit of that story? I just made it up.
Robert immediately meets his mic. Good job, Robert.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Babbling Coherently. I'm your host, Mongol, and with my co-host, Fiddler.
Yo!
And Brain Slug, now promoted into secondary host, co-host, Robert.
Do I get a raise?
No.
Oh.
Are you being paid for this? Wait.
No. No pay. Never pay. And also, I guess Rain's here too.
Well,
Yeah, he's coming along.
you didn't get me out of the party, so you're stuck with me now.
Yeah. Alright, we're playing Monster Hunter Rise. Let's get a mission started. Flavor of the week, dude. I think I'm gonna be playing this for a while.
Flavor of the month. It just keeps going up.
Yeah.
I'm putting off so many things to play
It is
this,
just
by the way.
the flavor.
What do you mean?
They're like the new Destiny 2 content that's out. Like the season's kind of ramping up to like Guardian games and everything. And then
Doesn't
on
that come
top
out
of
next
that,
week?
Yeah, next week.
And then on top of that, I also have like the new season of Path of Exile that started today that I'm just not playing.
Aw.
Oh, don't be
bad.
No. I'm excited to play it, but like I'm also like, I don't want to lose my. That's a dangerous game.
Yeah?
Not any more dangerous than this is, but
Isn't it just a new season?
yeah. But they're adding like a new mechanic, and they've like updated loot pools. It's not the subject of this entire thing, though, so let's not like get me started.
Nah, tell me
Don't
more.
get me started.
No, I'm kidding. No. Dude, I feel like I have a dongo set in here
Yeah.
that constantly keeps getting locked.
Same.
So I don't ever know if, like, sometimes I can't use the dongo set because it says I don't own the dongo.
And then it immediately goes back to where you can use it the next time after you kill a monster.
Yeah. We're fighting a
'Cause I've had
Rathalos.
that happen a few times.
Let's hurry up and get ready. Let's not spend 20 minutes at the box.
Speaking
can't-
of the box,
you
I
can't
probably
just do
should
this to
refill
me.
my items.
So, real quick, let's rattle off. What was Fiddler? What was your first Monster Hunter?
My first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii.
And Robert, what was your first Monster Hunter?
My first Monster Hunter was World.
And that was no, actually, it wasn't my first. My first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS.
Oh.
And then I immediately
that's
sold
old.
it because I hated it. And now I kind of wish I didn't because I want to get it again.
If you do, bro.
I don't know, man. Like
Some of
those
3DS games were-
the controls for those 3DS games without having like the new 3DS was pretty rough.
Okay.
Okay. Did you eat?
I ate, yes, we're good. I have the new 3DS, so like the I have the little nub, the little laptop nub,
Yeah.
and they work surprisingly well enough. I'm also used to playing Monster Hunter without the right thumbstick, just because of where I started. But
Something fell. Whatever. Yeah, no. So like I say Monster Hunter 4, but I played like maybe into
a couple minutes
into like 2 stars, and then I gave
Yeah.
up.
It's story. I'm replaying
How
through
old is
it
the
right now.
franchise?
God, it's
Early
15
2000s.
They had their 15-year anniversary with Fatalis being released in Worlds.
Yeah. Like there's so much content to these games. Like
Yeah.
Monster
Oh, I know
Hunter,
that.
like Correct me if I'm wrong, Fid. Didn't like the original Monster Hunter have DLC expansion releases?
I have no idea about that actually.
Like-
not in anything that I've heard.
Really? So that means that when they released the original Monster Hunter, all those like special bosses and stuff that were only available for online were in the game like from the bat, like White Fatalis and stuff like that?
Maybe I don't know, because this is back during the time when, in order to do DLC, they had to do weird stuff. Especially like in the PlayStation 1 era, where you had to like have an Ethernet pack or something.
Yeah.
Because like,
I remember that.
Well, it was
There
PlayStation 2.
There's like a it was PlayStation 2. I'm not sure actually. I think it did have either it did have an expansion pack that came out later, because when they brought it to the US, that's when they added new weapons.
Yeah.
Like, so Japanese players didn't get access to like the dual blades until the American audience did. I know that. I just don't know how that impacts everybody else.
Yeah, I don't...
It's a weird history, man. Like,
I'm gonna have to
they're-
rewatch that
everything is-
history video, because I'm pretty sure they updated the game with
Post-launch.
updates. Like, I don't think they had those big special boss monsters for, need to go up.
Is Robert already there?
Where am I?
Yeah.
I go
Poison
right
be
way.
already.
Dude, I am freaking lost.
Yeah, this map is a bit more on the I don't want to say complex, but like it's just up and down. But like getting to the down part can be. There you are.
I'm here.
Hi.
Let's go. He's up there.
He's already. Oh,
Turf
right,
War.
Turf War.
Robert,
see.
no.
Ooh.
Dude, I haven't gotten to see Turf Wars too often.
I can see the tail end of this one.
He's getting wrecked.
Thanks, Adjunath. You're freaking useless.
Why is he
Oh, he's
old?
back. He's
Oh, he's
back.
on fire.
Ta-da.
He is.
I'm gonna sneeze on him.
Go for it. Beat him up.
If you strong attack, you can dodge and then strong attack again. It basically allows for faster recovery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first too. If you don't stop scooting him away, God.
Oh wow.
Go for it.
I should have picked a different sword than this, but that's something we'll talk about.
Dude, I'm using
not.
poison. I haven't been like paying attention to like what monsters are strong and weak to.
After having some of the experiences I've had in like when Monster Hunter gets to a point where it's hard, I just get to a point where I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna look up everything. I want to make the fights as easy as possible.
Yeah. So,
'Cause I've had some
Monster Hunter has kind of had a boom in popularity with World, which was their first Monster Hunter that they did a multi-platform release globally for.
Yeah, everyone at the same time.
Where usually American audiences would wait up to a year later to get the new Monster Hunter game
Yeah.
past the
Mostly-
Japanese audience. But Monster Hunter World, last I checked, was at 15.7 million copies sold worldwide,
Yep.
marking Monster Hunter World as their most popular platform or game for Capcom. And now the series as a whole is their most successful series. And this is the follow-up to that game. They've closed content updates, ending it with Fatalis as their final monster drop. Or actually, no. Frosted Barryoth was the final monster drop, right, Robert?
No, Fatalis came afterwards.
Oh, he did? Okay.
That and technically Frosted Barryoth, or at least to get his armor and stuff like that, was the event version you needed to do because you need to get tickets. The special tickets that he dropped, otherwise you wouldn't be able to make his armor, which is really good for hammers. or any sort of slugging build you want to do.
That's really impressive too. That's their highest selling game, considering all Capcom's content. You know, Resident
Yeah,
Evil,
they have
that is-
Street
that is
Fighter
the-
and they have Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's impressive. Because Resident Evil is a very popular game. Like hell, we're
So
gonna
is
play
Street
Village
Fighter.
when it comes out.
You know, people
Oh, yeah,
consider
that's-
Street
yeah.
Fighter 2 as the greatest fighting game ever.
Don't they also have Mega Man?
They have Mega Man, but, you know, that was popular more in the 90s and early 2000s.
It's
Oh,
still a
the
beloved
day.
franchise.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, it's not
Mega Man.
Sonic, but I don't think it's like Mario. Well, caliber.
Well, Sonic every few years they put out some
Well-
bullshit game that's terrible.
Listen, man, I could be a furry. I could make my own furry and be a
Sonic
hero
Boom
with
was
Sonic.
great, and you just don't want to admit it.
Sonic Colors was a good one. That's from what I've heard from the fan base, which is
Sonic
that's a weird fan
Sonic
base.
Mania was pretty good. But, yeah, so this is the follow-up to their arguably, well, not even arguably,
successful.
that just their most successful game. And it's there's things that it's dumbed down, and then there's also things that it's streamlined and made way better.
Yeah.
Because World also, Monster Hunter World came out in February 2017. I'm gonna guess it was February 17th, 2017. But World marked the first for them not having loading zones. It was just one continuous map. And so, with that change, they also changed how well you could move as a hunter. So they introduced like being able to move while drinking potions and stuff. And they made sliding really easy. They introduced the grapple claw. You could like swing, and like terrain was way more movement oriented. And this is an just a improvement upon that with the wire bug, and
Yeah.
my favorite addition, the good boy button, Mr. Palamute, which you will always have at your side.
Literally, when you saw the trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, I think it was at or not at E3, but during the E3 conference and stuff.
During the 2020 E3 that was online and
Like,
kind of killed
it was a
E3.
game- It was a game that you, honest to God, were not paying attention to, had no interest in whatsoever, and then the
Yeah, I don't
Palamute
ever
came
res-
on, and you squealed.
I
Shut
don't
up,
remember
dude.
anything
Dogs are
about
cute,
Rise
okay?
being there
It's very
until,
cute.
like,
I was excited. It's a cool thing.
Oh no! They're together!
Pissed off, Rock Boy.
Uh-oh.
Fight. Kiss.
From Bizarrios.
Fight. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
What were you saying, Ray?
Oh, he's mountable. Somebody is.
Got him.
Yes.
If you can, run him into
Crash into him.
Bizarrios. Yeah.
Yeah. Too high up in the air.
Got him.
Oh, nailed it. Gonna immediately leap over him. Yeah, you are.
Fiddler took it from me.
Tail off.
But anyway, like the wire bugs have kind of stolen certain moves from weapons, but they've also added new moves, and overall wire bugs have made every hunter very movable, and now every hunter can get airborne easily, whereas that used to be kind of reserved for honestly only Insect Glaive and maybe Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield had a fly move, right?
Yeah, you can launch stuff
yeah.
up in the air to mount the monster or do KO damage.
And then, of
depending what
course,
you do.
Rock Hammer with its slidey boy. If you slide down a mountain and go. Rah, 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 rah.
There goes his tail.
Thank you for the tail. Oh!
Oh,
What was that?
that was
Oh,
his
it was
finishing
him.
move.
Okay. I was confused with what that was at first.
I'm in water. It's bullshit. Why am I on fire?
Oof.
it's very strong fire.
Hero card.
It's Greek fire.
And Alexander wept as there is no more mountains to claim.
Oh,
I got a ruby! Woo!
Nice.
Oh, you poor thing.
So earlier today, Fit, I was grinding Narkakuga, and I got almost the whole set, but I couldn't get I can't get the last piece because one armor piece requires a material that you can only get off of carve, and obviously can't carve if multiplayer doesn't let me kill the fucker.
Yeah. No.
And so like that's rough, but I had to go after, for my next upgrade of my insect glaive, I have to go after the Rathian Ruby, which is a 3% carve chance and a 1% target reward drop. So that means, I need to kill it to carve. Couldn't get it killed because people kept capturing it immediately. I got it off of carving its tail after like 7 runs.
That is one problem I've noticed with online that I think we've all kind of degrading is the
and what's really rough is that because this game is so open with its lobbies and you'll have language barrier issues, this game has no translated text to say kill the monster. It only has one that says capture. And so you can't communicate with the other people in your lobby that you need the monster killed. And I was actually watching a video today where 4 pretty experienced Monster Hunter content creators were talking about it, and they had a really different approach to it than I did, where they're like, well, that's not the other people's fault that you need a carve.
Right.
And I don't know, that kind of seems a bit selfish to me, but I think ultimately it just gets solved by them adding a request function when you start up with a quest as the quest owner that says, I want to kill or I want to capture.
Right.
And then they need to make stickers that correlate to it.
I agree.
The same happens in Dauntless too. When you're trying to get parts from certain monsters for your armor weapon.
Yeah.
If people just DPS on the monster, so if that's about actually hitting certain parts, it happens a lot actually. And there's no quick chat for, hey, I need that guy's tail.
Yeah. Dauntless is a free-to-play, kind of like cartoonier version of Monster Hunter. It's really good. I played a bit of it.
I think it's the Roblox of Monster Hunter, basically. It's the offshoot, It's a more of an arena-based game where they have the open world, but there's like 4 or 5 areas in each map where you go to fight a series of monsters.
Yeah.
It's not as complicated with the controls. There's movesets for each weapon, but Monster Hunter is more time. I don't know the word. I want to say more time being anime, but that's probably the wrong word.
No, Monster Hunter is very anime, dude. In Monster Hunter 3,
that threw me off
like
so much.
in Monster Hunter Generations, you could get a cheese weapon set. So you got really strong weapons that were cheese. In World, I know there's dual blades that are just beer steins, and they cause paralysis damage. Oh, they do sleeping and paralysis as beer steins, and they're dual blades. And they're really strong. They're actually meta, I think. If I'm to understand correctly, they were top tier.
You can build around them and this still be really good, yeah.
But
maybe not for like Talus or Elatrion, but...
Oh, I dodged that! A
Timeless.
freaking boss.
What we being careful about? Stop yelling.
Is he leaving?
No. He was just getting clear. Oh, he's falling, I think. Yeah. Oh, good damage.
Get up, get up.
Whoa!
But I think where this game differs from World is that this game, I feel like, is way more traditional Monster Hunter. This game is way more like Generations and Tri and 4. World was kind of a unique thing, because it had, like, the investigations, it had the guiding lands, it had, like, a whole bunch of stuff that kind of separated it from how traditional Monster Hunter worked, because traditional Monster Hunter has a single-player storyline, and then it devolves into the multiplayer, like, they're separate, and World was completely contained within itself. There weren't multiplayer quests, there were just quests.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of things that between like Worlds and the old school stuff. I think that that's probably most definitely what they were going for, was trying to make it so that it was a Monster Hunter that pretty much everybody could enjoy.
Yeah.
I think that for right now, the hardcore community, the people that have been playing it since, like, the PlayStation games and the portables and everything, are, like, the jury's still out. I've heard mixed feelings about it. Not like hardcore, like, people still, it's Monster Hunter, they love it, but it's a matter of, like, how much do they love it? Is it as good as, like, their favorite or whatever?
Yeah.
Older school players still have a bit of resentment for the casual parts of it.
See, I don't get that, because I feel like this Monster Hunter is way more traditional than World was.
Than World, yeah.
And if the complaint is that it's not rewarding enough to the veteran players and it's more leaning towards casuals, like it's simplifying what made Monster Hunter special, I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't think it's anything as hostile as that. I think it's just more, the style is a lot faster. It's a lot more. It's a lot faster. It's a lot higher pace, and it's undeniably a little bit easier, but not in like a bad way, like a dumbed down way.
Yeah, I would argue that that's all a case of hardware progression and not.
Yeah, I most of it I would agree with you on that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am like going to the wrong monster. Let me just fast travel.
Fight that thing. Look over there. There.
Out of here.
Oh. Well, all right, Gabe.
With my microphone set up, it's kind of hard for me to read the map clearly.
I get it.
And also, while I'm talking, my brain's on autopilot.
I have seen that game, it does seem like it's easier to find the monsters. Because that was one thing I didn't like about playing World, was that, like, where am I going to this map? And the map was very hard to understand. For a person who's never played it before, it was very like, okay, I guess I'm going to go somewhere over here.
Monster Hunter World made you have to track the monster. The monster wasn't immediately revealed on the map. This game, if you know what the monster is, it's immediately revealed on the map, which is what traditional Monster Hunter does. Tracking was also another unique World thing. Do we want to kill it or capture it?
I don't care. You are.
Let's kill it.
We haven't died yet, so I think we're good.
But so far, the monsters included for Rise are actually pretty impressive. A lot of the new monsters that came out in World are here, but they've also brought back a lot of like fan favorite monsters that weren't necessarily immediately available in World, and some that weren't even available ever. Like Kezu is available. In Rise.
Some people debate whether that's a good thing.
I love the penis monster. He's so great. you know, fan favorites like Nargacuga, Tigrex, Barioth, they're all here.
Mitsune.
Yep, Mitsutsune, who is a fan favorite from Tri, if I remember correctly. Generations. Really?
She was a flagship. Generations launched with 4 flagship.
Yeah, she was part of the Fatal Four, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Every Monster Hunter has a flagship monster.
They're
like the one that gets advertised on the cover and everything.
Yeah. The flagship for this game is really similar to the flagship from World. Ow. This guy ran me over. So World launched with Nargacuga. Or not Nargacuga, Nergigante. Nargacuga was a flagship for an older game, actually. Nergigante was a mean Elder Dragon that literally hunted Elder Dragons and ate Elder Dragons. Well, they kind of did a copy and paste, because Magnamalo is a Elder Dragon that hunts and kills other dragons.
Yeah.
But it's more samurai. Yeah,
but he's a wizard.
He is a wizard. I'm hoping if we can break into 7-star while we're still doing this, I want to fight Magnamalo.
Okay.
To kind of show that off. But, yeah, Magnamalo is the cover art monster for this game, and he's cool.
He is cool.
But I feel like the single player is, like, super short, so it's kind of anticlimactic when you beat him. I think Monster Hunter has an issue on, like, the low rank, high rank disparity, because if they show off, like, a majority of the monsters, like, Magnamalo is available for low rank, well, that kind of spoils on how special or, like, strong Magnamalo really is. If you fight him immediately, and then you're fighting, like, a Puke who's stronger than him. Like, 1-star rank later. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think you're touching on something that's always kind of been a problem. Or not a problem. Like, the Monster Hunter has a problem with tradition, as you kind of pointed out. Like, a lot of people will kind of take things that new people would say that, like, these things are kind of annoying, whereas people that have been playing it for a long time are like, this is the ritual. Like, don't fuck with the ritual kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you have an urgent quest, Fit?
Huh? Yeah, I got an urgent.
Okay, cool.
I've yet to get my urgent quest.
Oh, okay. What monster do you need to post a quest and we'll do it?
Until next time.
Let's see here.
So we have an urgent quest for a Rampage. Rampage is also a new mechanic.
So that one is before you get all your quests done, where you basically need to do the Rampage one, and then you'll be exactly where I'm at, so we'll just do that instead.
Oh, okay, so we do the Rampage. Rampage is a new mechanic, and I feel like Rampage is maybe... We haven't reached endgame yet, so I don't know if they'll have it, but I feel like Rampage is their replacement for the Guiding Lands.
Maybe. I don't...
Like, the Guiding Lands was that endgame mechanic where that was what it encouraged you to do to earn a lot of XP and high-ranking material, and then to fight very high-ranking monsters. So, like Golden Rathian and Azure Rathalos were hidden behind the Guiding Lands. Silver Rathalos, my bad, sorry. Were hidden behind the fucking Guiding Lands, which you had to grind away at, and that was... I hate the Guiding Lands. I think Guiding Lands was boring and dumb.
A lot of people in the Monster Hunter community felt like it was them trying to make it more like an MMO, where there's like the time-gated quests, where you have to do a lot of busy work just to get things kind of...
You think... So I don't really know much about it, but I do know that Monster Hunter does have an MMO-style game called Monster Hunter Frontier.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the developers trying to introduce something maybe kind of similar to what Frontier does?
I don't know much about Frontier.
Yeah.
So
I want to do more research on Frontier, because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I was doing
The guy has another.
Yeah, I
He
was.
has another 2 hour and a half thing about it.
Yeah, I know.
so-
I'm like 45 minutes into it, and he's talking about like players like leaving the game because they were introducing a lot of paid mechanics.
Oh. Okay.
Mind you, this is like early 2010, so like 2012 or
Yeah.
2011 when this was happening. Alright, I'm eating. Whenever you guys are ready to set up. But anyway, Rampage. We're about to do one, but Rampage is really interesting where it's kind of like a tower defense mode. Where you have to defend a gate from monsters, and you get like tiles that you're allowed to slot in like weapons and stuff, where like you can have people who automatically like handle like crossbow turrets and like cannons and machine guns, and then you can put also like explosive tiles on there. There's like hero tiles you can put down where it'll like send like important people from the story, like the village elder chief and the Dongo lady and stuff, into the game to fight for you on these like hordes of enemies. And then you also get tiles that you can man yourself, so like you can man a crossbow turret or a cannon or a machine gun. And it's basically, it's like Bloons Tower Defense with dinosaur monsters. And it's kind
I
of
like that the
interesting.
people from the village actually come to help. Because in the other
Whoa.
games, it's kind of like, what the hell have you guys
Press
been
it here,
doing?
that guy.
Just watching?
Where is my queen?
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, good job, you beat him. You know, we could have beat him together. Together?
We could leave the camp.
I don't understand. It's a 1v1 fight.
Dude, this
Nah, I don't
dragon's
see why.
dope.
Yep, he's pretty.
This is why I feel like judging Monster Hunter's single player is a little weird, because technically this is a part of the single player.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
it's
can play
multiplayer.
this solo and it's
Yeah.
completely okay.
Yeah, it's just harder.
It is. Well, it's not though. Like, they do balance it down for single player people.
They balance the health down, but
Yeah.
dude, that thing is
Some
dope
bosses might
looking.
not necessarily be. He is, yeah. Don't forget to grab the max thing.
Yum.
Num 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 num.
Also, don't forget to grab a bar caster.
Got room for another?
I always feel bad, but I'm always kind of a glutton, and I grab more supplies than anybody else.
There's no one else in here. Don't worry about it.
That. Make this a manual one.
Looking great.
I'm gonna make
We have 80
this one
seconds,
over
so-
here a manual one.
That should do it. Looking great. That
It's
should
just
do
a
it.
call. Okay.
But yeah, so we kind of
let's,
set up all this stuff, and then we wait for
And then you get
waves to
ranked.
come, and then
You
we
get ranked off of the objectives that you complete.
yeah, and that kind of depends on what your rewards are.
So not
Right.
only are you trying to repel all the monsters, but you're trying to fulfill like objectives that the game is trying to like
Yeah.
influence you to do.
Yeah.
And depending on how well you do, you level up your like stronghold, I guess it's called. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
called
you
stronghold.
get access to better stuff, installations.
All right, let's start.
Get on your ballistae.
Give me all you got. They're here.
List I.
Let's die.
Ballisticis?
Hit their face.
I can't say that plural.
Use your retreat shot on. Yeah, you got him. Okay, I got rid of the flying one.
we have got dead air for like a minute, but whatever.
I know, because we're focusing.
Yeah.
Everyone's focusing too much.
Meanwhile,
Alright, we got
I'll tell you
that
which one
there,
Thoughtless is better than Monster Hunter.
It's not nice to lie.
Get fucked.
We can do with pistols in our game. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well,
You
I
can
can
walk.
take a sword the same size as my body and sham it up with freaking.
Same here.
That's true. Wait, what's your
God,
guys'? Is it called the
material.
great sword?
I guess it's called a sword.
Exploding kunai,
The shit
those deal
sword.
100 each.
That is our kitchen
What's that?
knife.
Exploding kunai again. Thunder barrel.
No, it's just as big as our body. It's big as fuck.
No, I know. That's your kitchen knife.
Oh, can somebody knock that fucking...
Pew!
We have thick cuffs.
Ah!
Yeah.
Give him all you got.
There you go. Now he's down. Here.
Get that guy.
Working on it.
Such elegance.
Oh boy. Here we go. Rawr.
And Robert just started smashing.
So then I started blast.
Bang.
But you don't blast in that game. You go stab, stab, stab.
No,
Or smash,
in, this,
smash, smash.
in Rampage you blade.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
Rampage has a
that
bunch
as
of mountable like
horde mode
turrets and
kind of
stuff.
thing. Which is, it's. I heard some mixed reviews about that. It's like, was it why can't we bring the cannons into the fights then?
Dragonator!
Dragonator?
I missed it!
Basically,
Completely.
this is kind of the replacement.
They all
for
moved back.
different
You guys like
siege
pushed them all
missions.
back by the time I got to the Dragonator. I was so excited to pull it.
Ugh.
That's an awesome name by the name Dragonator.
It is a giant
It's
metal
amazing.
spike that shoots out and drills.
So a harpoon.
Yeah, it is literally, it's like a ship harpoon. You put it on ships. Alright, stronghold level up.
Ammo has been upgraded.
Let's remove this guy.
Really good.
Not letting anyone into the village.
Put a cannon up front because they
Exploding
into
kunai
cluster.
again. Repair or like replace any damaged installations because it gives them their health back.
You're right.
Not letting anyone
Right.
into the village.
But
You're so strong.
And
Oh,
vice
got a lot of
versa.
upgrades. A lot of upgrades.
Splitting wyvern shot. That thing's amazing. That's basically the nuke. Nuke incoming! Nuke incoming!
Damn it, beat me by 5 seconds.
Boom.
That's not how nukes sound but listen up a minute.
They might.
The bomb in Hiroshima land
Honestly.
right into a guy, and before going off, went boom. That's all I heard.
I cannot wait to play Lost Planet with you guys because I want you guys to see the things that happened in Lost Planet that translate into Monster Hunter that you don't realize until you play Lost Planet and you're like, oh, this is the same people. It's just with guns.
A really shitty story.
Well,
You know,
Monster Hunter,
maybe it's
like,
the same universe.
I mean, arguably, Monster Hunter's story is just as bad. It's literally.
It is. It's
Kill
just as
things.
ludicrous, and that's
But
exactly
here's
why I
the
love
thing:
it.
this
Heresy.
genre, the Monster Hunter genre, doesn't need a story. It needs big monsters to kill in cool ways. That's all
It's
it
a
needs.
long
That's what
lines
Monster.
of
That's what
aggressive
Lost
movie.
Planet is.
Yeah. I also just remember a lot
Down
of
here.
weirdness in Lost Planet.
Thank you.
Master Sushi. Ooh.
Oh, rock monster.
Ow.
What lobster?
Oh, he's fucking going
Hey,
for it.
whoa! He does the retreat shot. Don't do shit to him.
Retreat? Did you mean advance?
Screw these guys.
Think of that way.
Dude. Mess these guys up.
Focusing on the guy attacking the cage.
Yeah, I have a Rathian I'm fighting over here. Speaking of...
Oh, we repelled his ballista.
I missed my.
Come here, Rathian. Okay.
Come on, shoot that. Oh, why doesn't it work? Game.
I pressed the wrong button. My bad.
Oh, is it already? It's done. Okay.
Oh, great, another one.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh god. This is all going bad.
Ouch.
Not a chance.
Alright, one of the bad boys down. Stay.
Oh my god.
It is messing our gate up. It is messing.
Working on it.
Okay, he's done.
Alright. Probably should sharpen.
There we go, finally.
That was,
I need to eat.
that was rough.
That was worse, yeah.
Alright,
Oh, we already got more people in.
Oh, one already bailed. Okay, stop biting me.
Uh-oh. This seems like a decent time to
Oh no, you don't. Do it.
Let's that'll hopefully get them. I'm coming.
Heads are out of.
Fucking them up. Alright, that's down. Or at least the guys in the cave. Oh boy, Pookie.
Right. Crap. What was Pookie or?
Bam.
Okay.
Pookie's gone.
The Wyvern artillery is really weird.
Yeah.
You like tell it where you want it to aim, and it kind of like hangs out and waits until something crosses its beam.
Is it done? Are we done?
For that group.
Okay.
Now for the big boy.
Get ready for
So this guy, to my understanding,
I'm gonna save
is
this.
not killable at all.
At this point, or
At all, period. I don't think he's available for normal hunts. I think he's only in
Rampage, yeah.
in Rampage.
So yeah, he basically, it's along the lines of you quote unquote kill him, but he fails. Canonically.
So he's like Zora Magdaros then.
Mhm.
I'll take that. Like, that's what I was gonna say. Is like this is like the replacement for like Zora Macros type fights, basically.
Which I like this much better, yeah.
We're gonna have to be a little bit more generous on our hero usage.
Well, that's what we say, right?
Yeah, basically, you spam them all on this dude to kill him the fastest.
Okay.
At least it's the normal tactic.
So as soon as it shows up, go to that
almost
middle
immediately.
square and
Not that one here. I'm gonna switch to this back one. One of their dudes.
When you can, use your Dragonators.
Yeah, if he goes near them.
He might not.
He kind of does whatever he wants.
we'll put Dragon Bait over here.
Alright, there's the rat.
Oh, you took my fucking machine gun.
Oh, Zenogre, Mizutsune. Ah.
You can wrath him. Rathalos.
We have one guy just hanging out. Yep, one guy just hanging out.
Yep, Lana.
Ooh, that almost killed me.
Oh, he got his friend. He got his friend.
A gate was destroyed.
Yeah, they got through. Damn platypi.
Marsupial.
We gotta get here and set up before they can do anything.
Yeah. We need to repel 2 more with that.
Anything into the village.
Or with the machine gun.
Oh, okay. There he comes.
There he is.
Where? I don't see it.
Up.
Oh, hello. Oh, did he destroy everything?
He's here. Alright, lead him over here. Slice him up, boy. Yo, never mind. You were all the way over here. I got hit, but still. Jack.
Boom! Dude!
Ah. We're gonna get rocked.
Looking great.
I just want to not be here for something. Should we use one of our guys?
Already used one. He did like 2,000 something damage.
Okay.
If you see her able to see her, feel free.
I'm gonna use the power kiln to kind of
Lure him in.
No, I'm using the power kiln to recharge the all that.
Oh, okay.
Not letting anything into the village.
Already knocked down. Actually hopping on its back.
I'm gonna shoot at its tail.
Wow. Oh.
Holy crap.
He's lifting rocks.
What is this amount of top bullshit?
Working great.
You'll never get through.
Took the damage.
Heart's broken. Gotta protect myself.
Fucking laser. Armor. Demon.
I'm kind of curious about how you would how you would
All right, we're ready for another splitting shot.
like make this a.
Start looking at you. Here's a treat for ya.
Boom! Direct hit.
We're in this together.
Nice shot. I gotta grab more potions.
That should do it. Working great.
I wanted to hit the box.
It's got its eyes on you.
Where?
Stop them now!
That should do it.
That didn't work, but whatever.
This is dope.
It is. Are there not going to be any more monsters, or?
It's just, well,
No,
I
it's-
think he does
it's-
some at one point, but most
I think
it's
it's just him.
Okay.
Targeting you!
Oh,
Oh, that's a Nova. Okay.
it's got my health back.
I did 1,000 damage to him.
Working great.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy.
It's interesting that he kind of like flies upside down.
Yeah, he kind of like. Have you ever watched? Have you ever seen like otters swim?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I have.
I broke
Other part
something on him.
broke it. Nice.
Oops, I went to the wrong area. There's no carbs, right?
No.
Carving, you said? Yeah, there's carving.
Carbs.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Wonder when that's gonna.
We have to hurry.
True heroes.
What does powering the kiln do?
Reduces the time between vibrant shots, splitting vibrant shots. So you can use like a splitting wyvern shot multiple times, basically.
Oh, so I just hold on to it, and it will
Yeah.
reduce it. Okay, I'm gonna do that while you guys do that.
You're gonna regret that.
We're breaking a buttload of parts on him.
He's almost dead. I think if we get one more
Nice.
splitting wyvern shot, he'll die.
Most likely.
Watch out for the monster!
Just constantly notifying me that it keeps being reduced.
Yeah, it's because I'm just holding on it. Ready? I'm gonna shoot him.
Do it.
Fuck him up.
They must not get through.
They're looking at you! Go take somewhere else!
Oh, they're.
I hear he's
Oh,
out.
Yeah! Dude, that was dope. So that's a
Oh,
rampage.
this is what you meant. Yeah, well, it's a very special rampage. A very spoiler-filled one.
Whatever. The game's been out for like a week.
Spoilers. Alright, look for his bits on the ground.
Yeah,
They guard
yeah.
these.
I wonder what his set's like. First Elder Dragon down. If I could high-five you guys, I would. Well, I don't know about down.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he laughs. He lost, right? That counts.
So that is the male of that species.
There's one thing that the animal kingdom has ever taught me is that the females are always worse.
Dude, I was watching a video called The Scariest Monsters in the Game. There's this freaking, like, spider in Monster Hunter that will tackle the male of its species, stab it, and inject it with pheromones to where it becomes a hive-like monster, and she'll force it to live on top of her so that she can use its wings to fly.
Good work.
That's some Transformers
Very
bullshit.
good work, Hunter.
Yeah.
Hinoa?
What? Silly. You've got the pointy ears.
I can no longer sense its presence. Ibushi must have flown off somewhere distant.
I want to say this is the end of the rampage, but something's still bothering me.
Oh no, everybody's wondering what it could be.
We still don't know why Ibushi showed up.
He was flexing.
All we know is that it's looking for its queen.
That mystery remains to be solved. Minoto, tell everyone in the village that we're not out of the clear yet.
Can I say that these two are nowhere near as annoying as the handler?
Yeah, you can. That's not controversial.
I hate the handler from Monster Hunter World. Hate her.
I was not a fan. I didn't mind her if it was just the cutscenes, but I think that the most annoying part of her was that, like, in Quest, she would constantly, like, pop up and, like, hey, partner! And I was just, I have PTSD, so. Not like actual PTSD, but fucking.
Reason why I say, ultimately, that the Rampage is kind of the replacement for Guiding Lands is because the way the Rampage... Well, actually, no. I don't think the Rampage is a replacement for Guiding Lands. It's a replacement for investigations. So, Rampages generate you random rewards based off the animals that are in the Rampage. But those Rampages themselves are also randomly generated. So when you come back from a quest, you'll have a new set of Rampages you can choose from with different difficulties to them. And they'll have random monsters in them. So it's kind of how... Monster Hunter World had this weird thing where you could get investigations that will give you quests that were limited time and limited use that would guarantee you rewards of certain rarities. That's kind of what Rampage does now.
Yeah, a little bit.
What a relief.
How can I help you? Welcome to the hub. Here's the quest list.
Okay. Robert, what quests do you need to do? What animals are left for you? Because me and Fit have the same animals gone.
One of the ones... Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the ones I need to fight. I can fight Tobikadachi, Anjanath, Narkakuga.
Hey,
Those
I
are the
can
ones I
upgrade and
need.
make the Queen Regalia, Robert. That last quest was what was holding me back.
Nice. Schwol.
Boom. Right.
I want to just see what his armor looks like. Robert, you know what the crazy thing is? It still doesn't have as much defense as Rajang armor.
Dude, Rajang's a beast! Rajang is literally the King Kong of Monster Hunter.
He is, though.
Speaking of, what does this baby look like? Oh, hey, I can make the chess piece.
Nice.
As a preview. You look dumb.
Looks weird.
I'll make it. Equip, yeah.
It looks stupid. I like it.
Dude, I look like I have a, I look like I'm stranded at sea and I have a life vest on.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that, don't it?
Help, I can't swim! Alright. Robert, what are your remaining ones again?
You said you wanted to also fight Narkakuga, right? That was one of the ones you wanted to farm to get the armor? Because we can fight him, that's one of the ones I need.
You need to do Narkakuga? Okay.
Anjanath or Tobikadachi or that,
We're gonna do Anjanath and
whatever the other
Tobikadachi.
one was.
Because those are ones we also need, and that'll get us... You're at 3 out of 5, correct? So that means we'll get to the next urgent quest at the same exact time.
Yeah, I need 2 more urgent quests to complete.
Yep, same. So we're gonna do Anjanath first.
I'm down with that.
What is Anjanath weak to?
Let me figure out after I get done joining.
Anjanath is...
Probably water.
1 star to everything but blast, and 2 star to water blight.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use my Queen's Regalia. Rise also made the food system way more simple, and I like it.
Way more readable.
Yeah, readable's a better word for it.
Like, it's still just as complex as it used to. It's the same system, honestly, as it's always been. It's just that they made everything a lot more understandable, or... I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. Like, it's just better.
Oh.
I shouldn't have a problem with this guy, because, like... I mean, I say that.
He's gonna one-shot most of us.
Well,
You're gonna jinx it. We're gonna get wrecked.
Absolutely messed up.
The AI is going to be able to fucking read our movements 10 moves in advance. It's gonna be like playing chess against a supercomputer.
I like how we evolved. Like after that, like, we were really kind of focused on like stuff for a bit, but now,
Yeah.
after like that fight, it was just so good that we're like, oh god, we got to do stuff now. Like this is just a let's play now.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the hub.
And
All right,
we're
ready up
on,
whenever, guys.
Reviver just in case. And then go. I have to refill my stuff actually.
I feel like as long as Babbling has moments where we talk in depth, like, it's okay to have moments where we kind of just enjoy the experience.
Welcome to the therapy part of Babbling Coherency, where we comfort ourselves.
We are not qualified, and you will still have memories.
Yes.
You know, your floaty around you reminds me of those neck resters that you can get from like airplanes, stuff like that, to where it just pops around your neck and falls asleep.
I like the idea that your armor came with that, but it's not supposed to be like that. Like, it just ejected randomly because it thought you were in danger. And
You know what it
just haven't been
reminds
able
me
to
of the
figure out how to put
most?
it back.
That fucking episode from South Park where Randy's daughter was talking
Shelly.
with Shelly was talking with like the vegan kid, and the vegan family was like super like overprotective of him, and he always had like a life vest on. And like the episode ends with her convincing him to take the life vest off, and because of Randy, like he drowns in a theater. And like the news report's like, if only he had his life vest.
I love Randy.
South Park would like absolutely do that sort of fucking stupid bullshit.
Oh yeah, like that's the B plot. The A plot is that Randy figures out Broadway plays are only meant for guys to take their wives to, so that their wives will give them blowjobs after. And so like he starts making a Broadway play.
Yeah.
That then Shelly then takes the boy to. So he's like scared that Shelly's gonna blow the boy.
I have this ongoing like question in my mind that I absolutely want answered at some point of like, you know how there are characters in fiction that are designed to not be people, like Goku or Superman or One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Saitama. I want all of them to go up against Cartman. Because honest to God, Cartman's one of those characters.
Absolutely. They kind of ruined him when PC Principal came in. I like PC Principal. He should not have killed Cartman in his opening episode.
Killed Cartman.
Well, like, Cartman couldn't beat PC Principal. He beat the shit out of him in the bathroom. Put him in the hospital.
God.
But I think what they've done with PC Principal now has been way more interesting.
I need to be hit. I need to be hit. I need to be hit. Okay, good.
Immediately went diving for you instead of the monster, but you were fine afterwards. Alright then. I was trying, I swear.
Thank you very much.
Can I say Anjanath, in my opinion, is kind of like the weakest monster design to me? I think it's kind of... He's a T-Rex with wings on his back.
Can't even fly.
I know, right? They're just kind of like...
Okay,
I talk shit about him and I'm almost dead.
I think
he hears you. Like normal Anjanath or full Anjanath?
Normal. Just because, like, I think that they introduced his, like, mucus whole thing. Like, he was just a more diverse monster, I guess. Like, he had a story that made it interesting. In this game, he's just an Anjanath. Unfortunately, for most Monster Hunter, like, most returning Monster Hunter monsters are just like, oh, it's just that monster again.
Yeah.
I got the parry on that. Oh my god.
Nice. One thing we haven't really touched on is our weapon choices. Fiddler, tell me about your weeaboo life.
Oh, this is not I am not like. I only started playing Longsword and Rise. The only reason I'm keeping on playing it is just because it's easy to play. Like so, I'm just playing it because it's the easiest weapon type to use. I'm not gonna try to like defend Longsword as shit. Hammers all the way.
Robert, what are you currently using?
Switch axe.
Why did you choose Switch Axe? That's a relatively actually new weapon. Or, no, it's not. Switch Axe came in the third wave of weapons. I was thinking of Charge Blade. That's the new weapon.
I like Switch Axe. I liked it in Worlds. I like the different combos you can do with it. You can do certain combos to charge up the axe and a whole bunch of other stuff. I like being able to jump on monsters, shoot a fucker, and then just make it explode, do massive damage. Which also in World, the whole launching yourself here and diving through them causes satisfying as well. And it charges up my sword mode.
Okay.
It just also feels right when it comes to how I like to play the game.
And I am, of course, also using a relatively new weapon to the series, the Insect Glaive, which only came out. Yeah, same time as Charge Blade. Technically, Charge Blade and Insect Glaive are the newest weapons in the series. Woo! This guy is a flamethrower today.
He's very very offended.
Insect Glaive is, I think... I feel like Insect Glaive is in the top 3 most complicated weapons. Because I feel like all the weapons introduced in the third, like the 4th iteration of weapons, all were introduced with very complex mechanics. So, like, Charge Blade is also very complex, with a lot of mechanics to it. Insect Glaive has a lot of mechanics to it, and then the improved Hunting Horn has a lot of mechanics to it. So, Insect Glaive, like, you have to control a secondary character called your Kinsect, which will then extract buffs from the monster, and then you can put those buffs in yourself to kind of change the way you play and how strong you are. And so, you gotta cultivate a lot of different Kinsects. It's way easier in Rise than it was in World. World, you had to freaking... It was like making a weapon. You had to take it through a tree. In Rise, you just buy them off of a vendor. Which is a little sad, but also way easier. I feel like the more complicated weapons shouldn't be complicated by virtue of menus, but by virtue of how you use them.
They've apparently been simplifying the way that Kinsects work ever since they've been introduced. The most complicated that they ever were was in Monster Hunter 4, because there was like evolution mechanics. It was weird.
Yeah, but not only that, but your Kinsects were directly tied to your Insect Glaive. So if you got a new Insect Glaive, you'd have to start over on cultivating a new Kinsect.
Yeah. Which a lot of people found really upsetting.
And they immediately detached that in Generations. They made that not a thing in Generations.
Wonder why. World may never know.
But Monster Hunter World definitely won't.
Hunting Horn mains, I hear, are very happy with this game, because Hunting Horn is mean in this game.
I've heard
It's a
some good
boldy
things.
weapon.
Like, there's videos of people, like, 2-minute killing solo, like, high-ranked monsters with Hunting Horn, just because of the way they can stack buffs and do infinites.
I think it's interesting trying to compare all of the different weapons based off of, like, complexity or, like, usefulness.
Versatility.
I think that Monster... Like, no joke, I think that Monster Hunter has one of the most, like, legitimately... of, like, any video game ever, if we can call it a meta. Like, every single weapon is balanced pretty much to a T, to the point where, like, everything feels pretty much as good as everything else. There's things that, like, require a bit more of a learning curve, But I would argue that, like, outside of... Oh, hello.
I need to get more.
Fly away.
I need to get more stuff. Hold on. I'll be back for the fight. I gotta go get more.
More healing stuff?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh. He's been a very aggressive boy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's going towards Skylar.
I've gotten
Skylar's
a
outie.
ton of I've gotten a ton of like counters this time.
Because just how aggressive he's being. You're able to properly actually use it, and then he just doesn't walk away from you.
He also has good telegraphs, like that.
Hmm.
Oh, come on, bro.
We kind of already touched on this, but Rise makes a return for a certain monster type, and we saw it in the Rampage. Robert, what do you think of the noodle type monsters, or as they're referred to in the game as Leviathan monsters?
I like them, but I don't see too many crazy things as of right now. I'm assuming that they're a little different in the game that they're originally in. So I never got to fight them in that, so I can't really do any good comparison.
They were introduced in a game where underwater combat was
A
the
thing.
main way to play the game.
Yeah.
Well, not the main way, but
I
like,
heard
definitely an
that
aspect.
was...
Yeah,
But-
thing kind
so
of deal.
like a lot of character animations were interesting for that.
While they're not too crazily different than typical monsters, what is interesting is that, like, the new engine, so Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise work on a new engine called the RE engine. It's the new engine that's been used for all the Resident Evil remakes and Resident Evil games since Resident Evil 7. Brand new engine that is really, really strong and makes really, really beautiful games. But the Leviathan-type monsters, their bone structure freaked out the engine. So when they were making Leviathan monsters for World, they just couldn't make them work. It freaked the game engine out, and they had to cut them. And they've since then figured out how to get them in without making the game freak out. So I don't think it was a mechanics thing. It was legitimately just like, we can't make this monster not do the clippity-clop through the floor. Its leg is in its ass right now, and we don't know why.
Right.
Like, I like how they look, though. Like,
I think they are the most visually interesting monsters in the game.
Fucking the flamethrower, man.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's fine. Well, it's not fine for you guys, but it was fine for me.
The flamethrower? Yeah, it kind of burns, in my opinion, at least.
But
get wrecked,
I
son.
do think I think potentially because the theme of this game and how like steeped it is in kind of like Japanese mysticism, there was no way they were getting this game out without having Leviathans back in the game, because they look more like traditional Japanese dragons in the first place, or not Japanese, Chinese dragons.
Okay.
We cut its tail, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. That was what broke. I sliced its tail off.
Trying to do it.
Blow up his face.
Not always, but I do agree with the community consensus that when all four of us are going ham, the amount of effects going on the screen makes it hard to kind of understand visually what's going on.
It depends on the weapons that are being used, but yes. Like, the ones that do, like, multiple hits per attack and stuff.
Yeah, it's more of an issue for, like, dual blades and insect glaives and longsword.
Speedrunning weapons.
Do we want to kill it or no?
I would say yeah. I always want to kill.
Sure, why not?
It's not until we actually get to a point where it's actually useful to capture that not captured.
Oh, Kinsec. Bring me his blood.
I don't think that's what he blames you, but I'm okay with this.
I think yes, they technically do bring you their blood.
They bring you essence, but their blood would be the same if it was throughout their body. But hitting different parts gives you different parts.
Okay, Robert, what is essence?
You know, maybe it's some kind of splooge.
Fucking
we both
okay.
Went for the freaking, we went for the fucking mining thing at the same time.
Priority.
Shiny. I don't know.
Got him.
Oh yeah.
Super polymorphic healing gel. No? And I'm just saying, like, it could be like, by attacking the face, it grabs like a tooth or something like that to increase your damage. By grabbing the body, it grabs a scale to increase your defense. I don't know about the speed, though, for the white
Stop
one.
ruining my fun.
That's all I understood, or at least visually in my head.
Where's the, there's the mining crop that you guys were fucking fighting over.
We didn't fight over it. We took it.
Get the tail?
Like,
Yeah, tail. It's gone. He not getting tail.
No, I got tail. I'm looking for mining outcrops.
Riding for tail, Becky. No wrong. Your tail small.
Oh, swiggity swooty.
Bitches like blue.
Get that bitch blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
You don't want blue and yellow.
Alright. I think we kind of exhausted ourselves on the topic. We're at an hour and 20 minutes.
I think that we're all just kind of enthralled with the game at the moment, man. Like, we're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to call it there for episode 2 of Babbling. We're going to keep on playing because this game's fun. And I'm on spring break and I just... Gaming, please.
Oh, hello.
What do you think the next episode's going to be?